Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to add Zoom meeting registrant on Zoho Forms submission. So I conduct online workshops using Zoom and I use Zoho Forms to receive the registrations for my workshop. So now here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically the person who has submitted the form should be added as a registrant in my Zoom meeting. So here to automate this entire process, I need to connect my Zoho Forms with my Zoom using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen.
Welcome to my screen. As I've already mentioned in my introduction that I host online workshops and meetings and I use Zoho Forms to collect registrations. So now manually adding each registrant to my Zoom meetings takes a lot of time and risk missing someone. So by automating the process to add Zoom meeting registrants whenever someone submits the Zoho form, I can ensure that every registrant is instantly added to the meeting without any manual effort. This way I save time, keep things organized and make sure everyone who registers gets the correct meeting details automatically. So here to automate this entire process, I need to connect my Zoho Forms with my Zoom meeting using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Plus it keeps everything organized and error free so you can focus on growing your business hassle free. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as add Zoom meeting registrant on Zoho form submission. And now I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more link given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow and here on my screen, you can see the two most important principles of an automation process that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here in my trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger application as Zoho Forms as I'm receiving new registrations through Zoho Forms. So Zoho Forms is an online tool that lets you create custom forms for collecting information such as feedback, registrations or orders. It's easy to use with drag and drop features that let you design forms without any coding. People use Zoho Forms because it simplifies the data collection and integrates well with other Zoho products and apps. It's perfect for businesses and organizations looking to streamline their process and gather information efficiently. Whether you need to manage surveys, event registrations, or customer inquiries, Zoho Forms makes it quick and straightforward. So here in my Zoho Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new form submitted. So that whenever a new form submission is made to our Zoho Forms, then automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response. Or you can say automatically this entire workflow should get triggered. And now after selecting my trigger event, you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So here following the instructions given below, firstly here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And here I've already logged in my Zoho Forms account. So this is my Zoho Forms account, and here you can see the forms that I've created using Zoho Forms. So here in this case, I'm going to use the form which is workshop registration forms. So here I'm going to click on the settings given over here. And from here, I'm going to click on this integrations option given over here. And here under integrations, I'm going to scroll a little down. And here on the left side, you can see we have received the option for webhooks over here. So I'm going to select it. And here under webhooks, you can see the existing webhook URL. So here I'm going to remove this previously existing URL. And then I'm going to enter the new webhook URL that we have received in our Pabbly's workflow. And now here after entering the webhook URL, here for the content type, I'm going to select the type as application JSON. And for the authorization type, I'm going to select general. And then here it is asking me to enter the payload parameters. So here you can see I've already entered the payload parameters. That means here in this payload parameters option, we need to enter the form fields that we have selected while building the form. So here you can see I've already selected. So now I'm going to scroll it little down and then I'm going to click on the save given over here. And with this, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Zoho Forms. Or you can say we have successfully connected our Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Zoho Form. So for that, let me take you back to my form. And here I'm going to enter some dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy. Last name as user, email as dummy@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to enter random phone number and then I'm going to click on the submit given over here. And here you can see it says thank you, your response has been submitted. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have successfully received a response over here where we have received the phone number, last name, first name and email. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received a new form submission through Zoho Forms, I want to add the person who has recently made the form submission as a registrant in my Zoom meeting. So for that, here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Zoom over here. So Zoom is a video conferencing tool that makes it easy for people to connect and meet face-to-face online. Whether for work, school or catch up with friends, people use Zoom to host virtual meetings, webinars and classes from anywhere. It's popular because it's simple to use, supports large groups and offers features like screen sharing, chat and recording. Zoom is perfect for staying connected whether you're collaborating on projects or simply checking in with loved ones. So here in my Zoom action step, I'm going to select my action event as add meeting registrant, so that whenever a new form submission is made through a Zoho Forms, then automatically that person should be added as a new registrant for a specific meeting in my Zoom. And now here to connect my Zoom with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Zoom account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Zoom. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the meeting. So here I need to select the meeting under which I want to create a new registrant. So here to get this meeting name, let me take you to my Zoom account. And here in my Zoom account, you can see all the upcoming meetings over here. So here in this case, we are going to create a new registrant for the meeting which I have created with the name Workshop 2.0. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow. And here for the meeting, I'm going to select the meeting as Workshop 2.0. And now here after selecting the meeting name, here it is asking me for the email address, first name, last name and some other details. So here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email address. Moving forward, here for the first name, I'm going to map the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. Scrolling little down. Here this address, city, country, zip are not required fields, so here I'm going to leave them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And here for the phone, I'm going to map the phone number. Moving forward, again these fields are not required fields, so here I'm going to leave them blank. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new registrant for our specific Zoom meeting. So now let's go and check it. Here I'm going to click on this registration, and here you can see the number of registration. So here you can see the registrant name, which is named as dummy user, and here you can see the email address. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. So now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we are going to make a new form submission through our Zoho Forms. So for that, let me take you back to my form, and I'm going to refresh it. And here I'm going to enter another dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the name, I'm going to enter the name as test user, email as test@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to enter a random phone number, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says your response has been submitted. So now let's go and check our Zoom meeting registrations. Here I'm going to refresh my window. Then I'm going to click on this registration. And here you can see the registrant's number has been increased. So let's see it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new registrant with the name test user and the email as test@pabblytudes.com. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Zoho Forms and an action as Zoom. So that whenever a new form submission is made through Zoho Forms, then automatically the person who has made the form submission is going to be added as a registrant in a Zoom meeting. Okay, so these were the steps to how to add Zoom meeting registrant on Zoho Form submission. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the Clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.